All right, so live reaction to the game. This is my second live because the first one somehow David talks buffs. David, you need to get off my live stream, bro. Like I have no idea how it was overlaying the audio of your post game, but we're going to talk about it here. So, instant reaction. Here's the deal. I think obviously we had 3 turnovers in the first quarter. At that point, we should have been at a minimum 17-0, right? I think everybody agrees with that. Now, the fact that we didn't convert the last two, that's a problem, right? We need to figure that out. Offensively, we were not where we needed to be in the first quarter. I think even bigger than that, though, is the fact that Caden Salter, who did a pretty good job tonight, actually. If you look at his stats, he was, let's see, Caden Salter was 17. Sorry, guys. It's raining. 17 for 28 for 159 yards through the air. 1 TD, 0 interceptions. So he didn't throw an interception, so that's good. Will you grab my poncho? Thank you. And then, let's see. Running, our number one rusher was Michael Welch, had 11 rushes for 64 yards. So not bad. Almost a 6 yard per average carry. And then on top of that, we had, let's see, Salter had 43 yards, and Simeon Price, which I thought did a pretty darn good job, 6 yards per carry. Quentin Gibson, 7 yards per carry. So overall, we averaged 4.7 yards per carry, which isn't bad. Considering past years, I'll take that. Here's the problem, though, is that we had 4 or 5 opportunities. We had 4 or 5 opportunities. Thank you for saving that bicyclist that is obviously on the wrong path. Sorry, guys, we're trying to get out of here, and it's a little insane today. The biggest thing is, like I was saying, Salter overthrowing his receivers. I don't understand that because that is something that we practice, and I know that Salter's got a big arm. We even said Salter's got a big arm, right? Not a lot of people give him credit for how big his arm is. Well, guess what? He's got a big arm, right? He's got a big freaking arm. It's bigger than our receivers. So that to me right there was something that we need to focus on in practice, because if he had hit any of those open receivers on those passes, we would be talking a different story right now, I think. Right? And I'm not saying anything bad about him. I think that he played well tonight. I really enjoyed him out there, and I'm the first one that said that I don't want to switch to another quarterback in the middle of the game. But something excitable in his first game or something like that, and he just gave it a little bit too much touch and missed his receivers just by a little bit. Now, let's go even bigger than that. I thought that our guys, our front line, defensive line, did okay against the rushing game, even though they ran. Let's see what they ran for. I don't even know if I want to look at this. 320 yards. Is that correct? Yeah, because Haynes King by himself rushed for 156 yards. Haynes King, the quarterback that we knew, that we said, hey, Haynes King is going to run the ball. Hey, guys, Haynes King is going to run the ball. By the way, folks, Haynes King, he's a rushing quarterback, if you hadn't heard. 156 yards, right? And we knew that, but we were so focused on probably Jamal, and that was good because we held him to 65 yards, which is rare. So we did great there. Their all-star, or soon-to-be all-star, Malachi, was that Hokley? Yeah, Malachi Hokley only ran for 47 yards. So they were able to hold, yes, I know exactly where we're going. They were able to hold the rushing game down to The other two, right at about 100 yards, a little over 100 yards, but the quarterback just got us. You take that away, you take their quarterback at 156 yards away, and we dominated them in this game, right? But you can't do that because that's not the way the game is played. Kicking game, hang on a second. Kicking game was good. Really, really thought Mata did a great job. A couple of his kicks were a little low, but you know what? We got the points out of it, and that's all that we ask of our kickers. And, you know, overall, I knew this game was going to be hard, right? We all knew this game was going to be super, super hard. And we came out not looking terrible. Quite honestly, it wasn't a conference game, so we're not have to worry about what's going to happen in our conference. So that's good. And now we can just kind of start over next week and figure out what we did wrong in this one. Our defense is same as it was last year. It's going to take the ball away, which we talked about as a key to the game. We needed takeaways, and we got the takeaways that we asked for. So that said, I think as far as the defense is concerned, we're pretty darn good. We need to learn how to maybe – we're probably not going to face another team like this as far as a rushing team is concerned for the rest of the year that I can remember. There might be one other one. But, you know, it's a learning lesson. So, I don't know. That's all I've got to say about that tonight, folks. It's holy mackerel. All over the place. But a well-fought game, and I thought our guys did extremely well. And we almost came out with the win. We were literally one pass away from the win. Let's talk about that last drive. That last drive was, we had 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. We had the ball last, which is the only thing that we can ask for, right? We want the ball last, so we had the ball last. And if I can even remember this, because I almost went blind. We had a couple of times there where we probably ran a little too much off the clock. Hang on a second, guys. Got to unlock the Bronco here. Hang on a second. It's not shut? Sorry, guys. There we go. So, hold on a second. This thing's going crazy on me. It can't see me. That's the reason why. Okay, so I think we wasted too much time on that last drive. Now, I haven't broken it down yet because, again, I was a little blind because I thought for sure that we were going to actually pull some points out of this. And I say pull some points, meaning we had to score a touchdown. And the second to the last play, it looked like we probably were on the way to do that. But it just didn't work out for us. And I thought Salter did a good job. He scrambled out of the pocket. He gave himself some time. He was able to elude a couple of tackles in order to get us a Hail Mary. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, it just didn't work out, right? I thought the coaching did a good job. They put us in a position to win. We just didn't get it done. Early in the game, we probably could have put it away, but we just didn't. And it's okay. It's okay. Non-conference game. I thought we did a pretty good job at what we were designed to do. We know who we are now. We know what we can't do. We know what we need to work on. So that's all I've got to say about that. Let's see if there's anybody that has any feedback in the chat. Salter needs to use his legs more. I agree. Salter had a couple of open runs that he just kind of dropped, right? He wanted to pass it, which is great. I like the moxie. But we know where his strengths lie, and his strengths lie in running. Salter should have run more early. Yep, there's another one. Everybody agrees. Game was too big for him this time, but I think it would be good going forward. Okay, I agree with that. TBH, we looked so good minus QB the rest of the schedule. And then, Shermer was probably the last comment here. So let me jump into auto and let me jump into auto here and get settled here. So I guess, let me get this centered here. I've got to fight. I got to fight for a space here. Let's you see the traffic. The traffic is, traffic's pretty fun. Getting out of the game. You can always tell when CU fans are pissed because everybody tries to get out of the parking lot at the exact same time. And that's the funny thing about this. So we're all just like, you know what? Tomorrow's a Saturday. We're going to get home and figure this out. So anyway, that's a wrap from Alpine Garage Sports, folks. This is like the worst post game show ever. I can't get this gimbal to work right, but I do appreciate you being here. And if you guys would leave a comment for me, I would appreciate it. Let me know what you thought about everything that went on today at the game and what you think we could do differently for the next game. Obviously, our next game is going to be a much easier game, or at least we hope. And this was a learning lesson for us, and we know what we are and what we're not. That's a wrap from Alpine Garage Sports. I'll see you in the next video.